What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is James. It's officially 2023. We made it through 2022. Congratulations, and I hope everybody's safe and sound. Today I want to go over my 2023 goals as well as my 2023 Grails. So these are pieces that I've had my eyes on for years and that things that I'm hoping to purchase for 2023. Let's go into Grails first and then we'll do goals afterwards. I think it's important. These are fashion goals. So the first one that I have is going to be a unique denim-esque jacket or like a workwear jacket. The jackets that I'm thinking of are going to be either the Kapital boro jacket or the Kapital, I believe it's the Century denim. It's like inspired by the Lee Ryder jacket, or a gentleman named Samuel Zelig. He does a like Carhartt Detroit liking jacket. So those are the three that I'm kind of on the fence of what ones I want to buy. I'm leaning towards the boro jacket just because it's been something that's been on my list for so long. But that's going to be my first grail for 2023, focusing on one of those pieces. I really want a unique jacket that is timeless but also like super fun, and it's like a nose-no kind of thing. So my next grail is going to be a pair of hiker boots. So I have the Monroe hiker and I'm gonna wear those through the winter. So then like November, December, I'm probably gonna look towards buying like a higher end hiker boot. The brands that I'm looking at right now are gonna be Guidi. I really like Guidi's kind of personal aesthetic when it comes to those kind of boots. They have like, I think it's the autumn winter like 19, and it's got like a vibrant bottom. It's got like the lace hooks and everything like that. That's on the top of my list. And then there's also the Viberg hiker. So the Viberg hiker, they have one with like a black bottom and then like a brown upper, but it's got a really pretty look. And those are the two that I'm looking at because I feel like one is a bit more grungy, so you can wear with like just really like worn out denim. And then the other one's a little bit more elevated where I feel like I could wear with a little pair of chinos or something along those lines. But that hiker boot is something that I really like, and I'm not super in love with my Monroes, that I think that's something that at some point I would want to upgrade and change from there. So we'll see how that goes, but that is my second grail, a pair of elevated hiker boots from one of the brands that I just picked. The third piece that I'm looking at is going to be he's a designer out of LA. His name is Kanori. He does a collaboration with Trickers. For those of you guys who don't know what Trickers is, they're actually the oldest continuously run British shoemaker that's still in, I believe they're in Northampton. I believe they have like Prince of Wales seal, so they have a royal seal, which is kind of cool. But I have a pair of Trickers boots right now, and I love the aesthetic. Kanori did a kind of collaboration, so it's giving his kind of take on that. His aesthetic is going to be like whites, like really kind of grungy browns, greens, things like that. But the Trickers that he have like a Vibram light sole, and they're more of a bulbous toe. So it's kind of a shoe that is kind of similar to my Church's, but a little bit on the grungier side. The ones that I want in particular, I think, are either going to be the black shiny, they have like, it's called the binder leather, or the brown suede. I think I'm leaning towards the brown suede just because I have so many pairs of black boots, but I'm really excited for these. I think this is an awesome shoe that kind of dress up, dress down, but more dress down, and just something that I would feel comfortable kind of beating up and having fun with. Again, that's the Kanori Trickers Derby shoe. Next, this is going to be something that's a little bit different than just like streetwear or like heritage wear. I wear a suit every day for work, and I have started to kind of wear through my suits. So I told you guys in my last video I had a knife that kind of ruined a pair of pants. They actually ruined a few pairs of pants. So I'm looking to get a new suit. The brands that I'm looking at right now are either going to be from Stoffa or Stoffa, depending on where you're from. I call it Stoffa, but I think most people call it Stoffa, or a New York-based brand called Mueser. Both of them are going to do like made-to-measure suit. This is going to be my first elevation into a much higher end suit. Most of the stuff is going to be either unlined or a full canvas construction. I'm going to fly out to New York and have them kind of measured for me. I have friends in New York, so it's not like I'm flying out just for that, but I'll go and see them, and then I will, do that while I'm there. But a suit, I want a nice fitting lifetime suit, preferably in like some sort of like more neutral color, like a gray or a blue or a black or something like that. I know that black suits are only for like special occasions, but I'll wear the trousers more. So that's kind of my thought, or I'll do a mismatch. I'm not sure, but a new like high-end made-to-measure suit or mid-tier made-to-measure suits is definitely on my list. Amazing suits. I love their stuff, and I like kind of the vibe of the heritage look that they have to both of them. So now we're getting into number 5. So this will be my 5th grail for that. And again, this isn't like a hard set grail. This is something that I think I'm going to want this year, and I want to kind of have an idea of what I'm looking at, but I want a military inspired jacket. So I have like the Detroit kind of workwear jacket. I've got the P codes. I've got like my Stoffa bomber, but I want more of like a nylon type jacket. So I'm thinking right now, for me personally, I'm either thinking the Visvim Monroe jacket. So if you know what the Monroe jacket is, it's gonna be like a fur collared. It's got a very like, I think like Vietnam look to it. And I love the kind of color contrast to it. I think it's an amazing jacket, and it's something that is unique, but also gonna be classics. And it's something that I can wear with a pair of jeans, but then I can wear with slacks, and I can wear with trickers or whatever. It's just such a great jacket. And then another Visvim jacket. This is gonna be, I believe it's called the Throson2. So Throson2 is definitely gonna be more contemporary. I would say this is more of like a, where you have like a bomber flight jacket. This is gonna be more of like a tank jacket. So the difference between the two is pretty marginal. It's not gonna have the fur collar. It's gonna have like that kind of higher collar right here that kind of comes down. It's got like the patch on the arm so you can put stuff on it. But I really like that as well. They have one that's in green with like stripes on the pockets. I think that's a really pretty look. Or I'm just looking for a very classic version of that jacket. They are expensive. It's around, those are around like 2 to 3 grand. So I'm not sure. I think for that, I'm gonna wait until the time is right and I see them on sale on like some sort of website or anything like that. And I think is a great option for that. And again, another lifetime piece. Number 6 on the list is going to be something that is a grail of mine that I've wanted for many, many years. I don't know if I'll be able to get it this year, but it's always gonna be kind of on my grail list. But this is gonna be the Levi's 501 banner denim. So a couple years ago, Levi's did a pair of Levi's 501s and they painted over or like screen printed over with an original banner that they had. And it's got such a cool aesthetic. They're such a fun piece. I think it's like kind of weighs on that like more unique, and I think it would just be such a fun thing to style. And then it would go into my archives. I don't know if I'd wear it all that much, but it's something that I think is history that I love and I would love to have a part of my collection. Just a cool piece, something unique. And if I can find one for a relatively wearable, affordable price, I think that's something that I'll definitely pull the trigger on. I've got one more pair of shoes, and then I've got like a grail that isn't something that is like a hard piece, but definitely something that I really like. So the next grail is a pair of Visvim. These are the Skagways. I love the Skagway because it's an elevated version of a Chuck. I have Chucks. I think Chucks are amazing. I just like the chunkiness of the sole. I like the fact that it's got, I have a pair of like the slides. I really like this piece. I think it's just a great option to kind of wear beat up. It's incredibly comfortable. It's got a chunkier, more elevated look than just a pair of Chucks. And I'm really excited for that. I have a pair of like the slide on versions. I don't know. I think they're called like the Zahar or something like that, and I love them. The look on them is great, the wear on them is great. They're not great during the winter because it's canvas, but it's a pair that I'm gonna have for years, and it's kind of taken over as like my go-to try-on shoe. Absolutely love it. This is gonna be more of like a grail / goal, so this will transition really great from my grails that I'm doing to the goals that I have. So we'll say this is a goal and a grail for you. This is going to be trying to buy something from like lesser known brands. And listen, the YouTube community, the fashion community is so deep. So these have been brands that people have known about probably for a couple of years, but they're new to me, or they're newer to me, or they're something that I've liked from afar and I've never really had the opportunity to buy, or I never really had the confidence to buy. And as I've gotten older, I'm like, screw it. I like it, I wanna wear it, and I'm gonna do it. So the brands that I'm kind of leaning towards personally are gonna be Story MFG. I love their stuff. It's kind of like a fun play on American heritage. They use corduroys, they use great materials, but it's obviously an elevated kind of more unique look on stuff, and it's a bit more out there for my personal style. For some people, maybe it's something that they've been wearing for years, but I'm talking about me personally. Another brand that I was interested in is a brand called Bleeding Indigo. So Bleeding Indigo might actually check 2 of the boxes that I have, a grail and that. I might potentially buy a Bleeding Indigo Type 2 jacket. They've got a great crop to it, and then they've got a longer arm. We'll see how that looks for me. I'm a short guy, but they do kind of a boro-esque jacket, which I think might be able to check the box of the Kapital boro. We'll see. Sometimes I buy things that are, you know, the alternative to the thing that I actually want, and I always regret it, so we'll see. But I really like Bleeding Indigo stuff. I think they do a great job of making kind of unique heritage pieces that have a lot of fun to it, but also aren't completely insane, and the price on them is really, really cool. Next, I've got one last brand that I have not purchased yet that I think is a great option from a personal level. And this is going to be, his name is Samuel Zelig, I think, Zelig. I'm screwing up the name, I apologize. I'll put it right here. And I just really like the stuff that he's been producing lately. I love that kind of, it looks like it's like hand drawing with a chain stitch on it. I think it's just like taking basics and then making them fun. And they're gonna add to like my already minimal kind of basic style. And it's gonna really elevate it. This year for me is about adding cool colors, contrast, just like those body shorts that I got a few months ago. Really wanna add some fun to it and really kind of step out of my comfort zone when it comes to like heritage and clothing and things of that nature. But those are my grails, and then that is one of my goals. So I've got 4 more goals for you, and then I'll let you guys go. My next goal for me personally is to only buy 12 pieces this year. So a lot of the pieces that are on my grails are thousands of dollars, you know, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I don't have an exorbitant amount of money to spend on clothes, but the one thing that I do know about myself is I get caught in the moments. So what happens is I'll be like, oh, I really want this. Good example is a pair of Dior Birkenstocks. I get caught in a moment, I spend $1,000, and now I'm like working back out of that, right? Like I throw it on the credit card. I'm good at paying off my credit cards pretty quickly, but it just sets me back a month on buying something I really want to buy. So my goal this year is to only buy 1 piece per month or 12 pieces for the year. Maybe I wait until, you know, April and I buy 4 amazing pieces. I don't know, but 12 pieces for the year to allow me to focus on things that I really want, that are really going to elevate my wardrobe and just really bring me a lot of excitement and joy. So that is my, I guess you'd say, second kind of goal for 2023. My next goal for 2023 is a 1 in, 1 out mentality. So if I'm buying a jacket, I need to get rid of another piece. It's not like a jacket for socks, but it needs to be, oh, I've got 12 pairs of pants and I'm gonna buy another pair of pants. Let's get rid of a pair of pants. Or I've got a jacket and I get rid of a pair of pants. I really wanna focus on not adding things to my wardrobe, but just elevating my wardrobe. So typically what that means is I'll sell a piece before I buy a piece, and it'll allow me to think about things that are gonna be more important to me in my fashion journey or clothing journey. I wouldn't say I'm a fashion guy, but yeah, 1 in, 1 out. That is something that I think is important for me, and that's something that I want to do going forward. Next goal is going to be have really great intent. Again, this is kind of leaning towards, you know, not getting caught in the moment, focusing on things that I really like, 12 pieces per year. I don't want to get caught up in a trend or caught up in something that I see online and it's like, there's 1 shoe left, and if I don't buy it, then I'm going to ruin it, or I'm never going to get it again. Like, I've realized about myself is I always want something new and I always want something different. So if I don't buy it and I miss out, it stinks sometimes, but then I know that I'm going to be able to find something that I'm gonna like equally as much, and it's gonna be equally as important. So for me, not getting caught in the moment and buying things that I will regret is something that's a goal for me. This is gonna be my last goal, and it's a good one. Most of the clothes that I have are stuff that is supposed to be getting better with age. So my goal for this year is to wear the things that I have. I have amazing pants, I have amazing jackets, I have so many different cool pieces that are supposed to get better with age. I need to wear them. I need to beat them up. I need to have fun with them. I need to just enjoy the ones that I already have. So a goal for me is to just beat the heck out of my clothing for this year and just really enjoy it, and don't get caught up in like the new version of that. I want to wear the things that I have. You know, all these amazing pieces that are just so great, and I don't want them to just sit on the closet and not get worn. Wear your clothes, wear your shoes, wear your sneakers, like have fun with it, enjoy it. That's what you bought them for. So those are my goals for 2023 and my grails for 2023. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoy your 2023, and I'll see you soon.